Our Pisces lunar eclipse is also conjunct asteroid goddess Metis. Metis is the daughter of Titans, Oceanus and Tethys, which would make her an oceanid, a spirit watching over the waters, rivers, lakes, streams. She's a goddess of wisdom, but in particular, strategic survival wisdom. This wisdom is different. It's instinctual, but it must be effective to be wise. You either survive or you don't. Methods for pain, that they either work or they don't. There's no room for bias or the opinions of society. You must sometimes act abnormally for the benefit of surviving. Jupiter, Zeus, he sees the value in her, in having this wisdom. He wants it for himself. I believe he learns from the sun. The sun makes other planets submit, the combustion phase. As the planet moves closer to the sun in this special Cazimi place, that planet is said to be emboldened. But perhaps they're just finally on the same page, aligned in purpose. But these planets go from rejecting the agenda of the sun in that combustion phase into a peaceful alignment. Jupiter will use forceful consumption, a forceful blending of energy. Maybe in the mind of Zeus, he feels this is how we align with others. The king can sometimes consume all the air in the room. Jupiter tricks Metis into transforming herself into a fly or a drop of water, so he can easily consume her. So he hits two birds with one swallow here. He prevents this prophecy from ever occurring. And with the survival wisdom of Metis, he can never be conquered. He shows his paranoia and power-hungry nature here. I like to think that Metis walked into this trap knowingly. As the goddess of wisdom, I know she noticed the character of her husband, Zeus, and she knew how he would react to that prophecy. Zeus has brute force, which she does not have. She must use her gifts to survive. And what better way to survive, to ensure your legacy, than to embed yourself within the mind, the body, the neurological system of the king, who can never be conquered. She is the neck that turns the head of the king. She is the wisdom within the symbol of Jupiter. I feel better knowing that she's there. The female expression of the king, of Jupiter. Maybe she is Pisces with her ocean heritage. But I think she weaves her way into everything that Jupiter does. She is the queen hiding behind the king. She's a good representation of our nodal axis, the south node in Leo and the north node in Aquarius. For a greater purpose, thinking long term, she chooses to dissolve herself, her body, her connection to the material, her visibility, honor. She needs no credit. It says a lot about her. And it says a lot about Zeus, that he's willing to steal the power behind feminine authority, feminine creation, by claiming wisdom for himself and the birth of Athena as his own, who later also disregards her mother. I think it tells us a lot about society at this time. I think we should bring more visibility to Metis and see the truth behind Jupiter. At this point, they're blended to where we can't see them individually. It highlights the difficulties with boundaries that we may deal with in Pisces during this eclipse, and also dissolving the needs of the ego for the sake of survival or for the sake of a collective purpose, the North Node in Aquarius. I would also like to read a passage from the Redbook by Jung. I think this highlights this nodal axis as well. He also had some Leo energy within him as well. He says, "Act not on the other but on yourself, unless the other asks for your help or opinion. Do you understand what the other does? Never? How should you? Does the other understand what you do? Whence do you take the right to think about the other and act on him? You have neglected yourself, and your garden is full of weeds. You want to teach your neighbor about order and provide evidence for his shortcomings. Why should you keep silent about the others? Because there would be plenty to discuss concerning your own diamonds. What if you act on and think about the other without him soliciting your opinion or advice? You do so because you cannot distinguish yourself from your soul. You fall victim to her presumption. Do you believe you must lend your human power to the soul or the gods, or even that it will be useful or pious work if you want to bring the gods to bear on others? The gods don't need your help. You are most in need of your own help. You don't need to play God, so let them go to work, but not through you, or else you shall become a diamond to others and increase their blindness. Draw the coat of patience and silence over your head. Sit down, leave the diamond to accomplish its work. Why do you look to the other? What you see in him lies neglected in yourself. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like the video. Bye.